Welcome back, my wise astrology tribe. Cosmic Inside Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. If you have a Leo rising, secondly, Leo sun or moon, this is your August 2023 astrology forecast. Happy birthday, by the way, if you are a Leo, and I'm going to start to analyze the chart for you. So first of all, we're not going to have that kind of active sky this month. However, we do have two full moon. One of them is going to be in Aquarius. So the sun is in your sign. Obviously, then the full moon is across of your sign, and it is in Aquarius. It's going to happen in 9 degrees 16 minutes. So here in your 7th house, right? 7th house, anything to do with your relationship, with legal affairs, legal matters as well. 7th house also rules foreign affairs as well, but most of the time it is just like one-on-one relationships. So what's gonna happen for you, Leo rising, Leo sun or moon? You might going to have to let go a relationship. Perhaps some of you going to divorce, or perhaps you're just going to let go of something about your relationship, but does not serve you anymore. And it doesn't have to be a divorce. It doesn't have to be a breakup, but it is just letting go something what is not working for you anymore, or a business partnership. And if you have any legal affairs, anything with lawsuit, anything to do with court cases, it could come to the end of the term. So if you sued someone or somebody is suing you, this is the time when it could be actually accomplished for you. All right, so this is the first of the month, August 1st. And then what we're going to have on August 1st, two other aspects gonna happen as well. And one of them going to be Mars and Jupiter trine. So here it is, Mars going to trine with Jupiter. Jupiter is in your 10th house of career until next May. So you are one of the golden child because of actually your career going to strive. You will have really, that is a benefit, the most benefit planets, which is blessing. And the trine itself, it's a blessing on steroids. And with Mars, it is like something to do with not only your career, but your financial abundance. So you will find a career, but you're going to actually do with passion, and then it's going to pay very, very well for you. So financially, if you would like to get a raise, go ahead and ask for it, because this is the time when you can get it. All right, and on the 1st, still going to have Mercury and Saturn retrograde opposition. So Saturn is in your 8th house. It's in retrograde right now, and it's in over here until 2026. 8th house is anything to do with taboo, shared resources, bank, anything to do with prenups or inheritances, and it's across the sky with Mercury. So there is some kind of difficulties to get a loan, or you know, to maybe it's not going to be denied, but you know, you will need a lot more paperwork to approve to bring to the bank, and it's some kind of bureaucratic way to get something but you really want to. Or maybe you are getting married and your partner wants you to sign a prenup, and you will feel hurt. You don't want to sign that prenup, right? So it could be that as well. Then on the 6th, we're going to have Sun and Jupiter square. I have my note over here, that's why I'm looking there sometimes. So Jupiter and the Sun going to square. So the Sun is in your 1st house. The 1st house, anything to do with you, the way you pretend to others, the way you pretend and represents yourself. This is your mask, this is your body. The Sun actually is your career, or also it could represent in medical astrology your heart, your circulation. But in here, with squaring with Jupiter, it is an urge for change. I need to change because of I get an amazing opportunity, an amazing career, and because of that, I will need to change the way I look. So they require some kind of appearance at work. And it's a pressure for me because I didn't know really how to dress like that, or like things like that. But definitely it's a change, changing your wardrobe because of your career, because of you have to go to maybe you're gonna win a Nobel Prize, maybe you have to go to red carpet, maybe you're gonna do a TED Talk. So you're gonna be on stage, and that's why you will need to change a little bit. And then we will have on the 9th Venus retrograde and Uranus square. So Uranus, again, in your 10th house, it is a little bit chaotic, it is unconventional, it is invention and something new. It's bringing something new. Venus retrograde, Venus went retrograde in your sign July 22nd, and it's going to be in retrograde for until, like end of September, but also in October when it's going to get out from the shadow period. So first house, you're going to actually reinvent yourself, and it's time for you to turn back to something what you used before. So for example, if you had a short hair previously when you were younger or a little girl, you might going to back to it. Uranus is actually anything to do with digital, and Venus could be currency. So it might be great time to explore digital currency or how to invest in gold, for example, but digital currency and AI also possible, like GPT chat or something like that, but you can actually explore that, not necessarily to invest in right away, especially if it's something new, but at least explore that. And, turning back to something what was there and available there for you before. And or for example, you can start to practice again, maybe piano or some kind of musical instrument. Maybe you actually did some artwork previously, but you were very busy with your work and you gave up painting or gave up painting on saxophone, and right now you can return to that. All right, on the 9th again, Mercury and Jupiter going to trine. This is a blessing. Mercury with Jupiter, here it is. Mercury is in your 2nd house of earned income. With Jupiter, it's going to be really beneficial, just like Jupiter and Mars between. It is a raise. It is like a raise in your earnings. So what you were working for really hard, finally it's coming back to you. It could be also like you are signing a contract and it's going to be a permanent contract at work. It could be something with publishing as well, because Jupiter could be and rules the 9th house of publishing, podcasting, YouTubing. So you might going to actually make money with followers, and you will have a lot of followers somehow. All right. And on the 13th, we're going to have Venus retrograde and the Sun conjunct, and it's going to conjunct in your 1st house. Again, if you are talking about like not only yourself, this is your body and this is you representing the 1st house, but it also representing your own company and the way you are actually represent your company. So it could be something really beneficial when those two actually conjunct in heaven. That is a lot of emphasis on beauty, love, attraction, and also on forgiveness and love. So it could be great if you are actually writing lyrics, or if you are an artist, or if you are a makeup artist, or maybe hairdresser, master hairdresser. So it could bring in a lot of new clients, and it could bring back clients and money. So it could bring back some kind of opportunity that you thought it was lost previously. And right now you are willing to do it again, and you can actually make financial abundance and financial luxury stability for yourself. So on the 15th, we're going to have Sun and Uranus square. So this is a pressure point here. So Uranus with Sun going to come up over here by the 15th and square in 21 degrees. So what's going to happen here? So it is a little bit of pressure, and it is a little bit of pressure because you will need to do something which is not conventional for you, which you didn't get used to. It's something new, and you could get a little bit of fear out from that. So that's what could happen. Or maybe you will have to actually implement artificial intelligence or a digital word into your word, and maybe you were not familiar with that, you know, like a new computer you got at work, and maybe that's why you are like, I don't know how to use it. I used Word, and right now I have to use Apple. So this is like, yeah, I do feel frustrated, and it's really unconventional for me. All right. And then we're going to come to the 16th, and on the 16th we have Mars and Uranus actually trining. So Mars gonna come up at 21 degrees and going to square to Uranus. And then what's gonna happen over there? Mars is really the warrior within, but in Virgo, you know, like it could be very detailed and really annoying and bureaucratic. And with Uranus trine, well, it is just like asking for details. Virgo is the best bookkeeper, so you might actually hire an amazing bookkeeper who is going to or willing to fix all your tax mistakes, or you know, like maybe you just going to download something which is helping you in the future with your taxes, QuickBooks or whatever. And Mars is quick, right? And in Virgo, it's really detailed, so it could be that as well. All right, so what else here? And then on the 16th, we have a new moon. And guess where the new moon is? In your sign. It's going to be in 23 degrees Leo. So it's going to get into the third decan. So it's going to get an Aries flavor. So a Martian flavor, impulsive, this new moon. It's initiator. It's want to start something new, and it can't wait. It has to be right away. So for example, you want to restart something because Venus is in retrograde, so be careful. So if you were doing saxophone, as I said, piano or anything with art, you want to restart it and you don't want to wait any longer. So it could mean that the new moon here, reinvent yourself. That's very, very important for you. Rearrange your closet, rearrange your, maybe, you know, like you lost a lot of weight and you know how to actually sew clothes, or, you know, and you're just going to repurpose everything for yourself. That could be as well. And actually it could turn out beautifully because you have that already. So repurposing, it could be something wonderful. And on the 22nd, we're going to have Venus retrograde and Jupiter square. And also Mars going to be in opposition with Neptune retrograde. So Venus retrograde with the Jupiter square here. Venus going to come back all the way at 11 degrees and square with Jupiter. All right, so what could happen, or 16 degrees actually. Again, some kind of pressure to be changed, special to beautify myself because of, you know, I waited way too long to take care of myself. I waited way too long to repurpose my clothes, or you know, like anything with, as I said, with Venusian energy. It could bring back a lover, and you know, especially if the lover is coming from your career, because everything happening this square in between the 10th and the first house, so it could come from your career. And then again, we have that kind of Neptune retrograde and Mars opposition. So because of Mars gonna come up all the way to 27 degrees and opposing Neptune retrograde here in the second house and 8th house, so something financially gonna go on. Neptune has to do something with thieves. And in 8th house, it could be identity theft, right? It could be like somebody's leaking your bank account or your cryptos or whatever. And Mars rules the 8th house. And the 8th house actually could be detectives or private detectives, someone researches. So they are finding the person perhaps, and they gonna go to court, or like there is a solution in this situation. But definitely you will have to watch out, check your credit all the time in August, check like, because there could be some kind of stealing going on. And then on the 24th, we're going to have Mars and Pluto retrograde trine, which is actually beneficial because Pluto is in your 6th house right now. This is your work. Mars going to be here in your 2nd house of money. This is going to make a trine. So it is something about your work and your earnings. So you can get a promotion, you will get more money. As I said, you are the golden child, career is changing for you. Like Pluto is in your 6th house. It could be also your health. So you might be going to get an amazing insurance because Pluto rules 8th house, which is insurance. So it could be that as well. All right. So you might going to get an amazing insurance. You might going to get, as I said, Pluto could be a private detective. So it could be that as well. It could be maybe you had a surgery and a medical malpractice and you are getting paid out from that kind of lawsuit as well. So anything like that could happen. It could be for some of you getting inheritance because Pluto is inheritance as well. And because it's trining with Mars, and Mars also rules 8th house as well, and it representing this trine could indicate that your money is going to get better, your luxury, your comfort is like increased because of you get an inheritance. And then on the 27th, because the 23rd, the sun is going Virgo, 23rd also Mercury going to go retrograde in your 2nd house. So it's going to bringing back some kind of sale opportunities for you or purchase opportunity for you, which is actually profitable. So it could be amazing. You might going to renew a membership at the gym, or you go or Noom or whatever you are doing, some dietary thing there, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than previously. So it's good. And then the sun going to oppose Saturn because it's gonna come to Virgo and it's gonna oppose Saturn. It is a little bit of conflict here with your career. And because of maybe you are working too much, you feel tired because of you get an amazing career and you over accomplish and you want to prove yourself, and that's why you work so hard. So it's going to make you tired. And then we're going to have on the 30th, we're having an amazing full moon in Pisces. It is the 2nd full moon of the month, and it is a blue moon, and it's going to happen actually at 7 degrees in Pisces in your 8th house of shared resources, inheritance, insurance, tax refund. You might going to get an amazing tax refund. You might going to get an inheritance, which is going to stabilize your finances. So it's going to be permanent luxury for you. So whatever you got over there, it could bring some kind of long-term riches for you. So long-term abundance with this full moon. And also, Saturn could be something with restriction, and Pisces itself, it's addiction. 8th house also obsession. So you might going to be able to get rid of, because full moon is completion, get rid of an addiction or obsession, and it's also beneficial for you. All right, Leos, if you love my video, please subscribe, comment below. A thank you takes me far, and I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you being here with me. Share it with your family and friends because they can also benefit from my reading. And I will see you in September. Bye for now. No. Check out my website if you would like to. That is www.urbanwitch.org.